This is St. Thomas, Ontario, Canada. It's the site of a new Gigafactory EV, electric vehicle battery plant. This is prime agricultural land it's being developed on. 1,500 acres of land, of agricultural land that's going to be developed on. And there's the potential, once it's done, to go out to 3,000 acres of prime agriculture land. It's really unfortunate what's going on, folks. We're going to document this today, but this is the early stages of the excavation, clearing trees, houses, whatever's in the way. It'll be just flattened. You see right over there, there's an existing farm right there. This community's always been agriculture. It's unbelievable that they would choose a site like this. You can see the soil here too. Look at it. It's prime agriculture soil here. Look at that. For growing, eh? See that? Clayey a bit, but very good. And there's been some misinformation online. There's some organization that were claiming it was corporate welfare, this site, to Volkswagen out of Germany. Because the government, the provincial government, the federal government is basically giving them $13 billion tax dollars. Part of it, a lot of it's through subsidies. But what it really is legal corporate bribery. They basically bribe them to come and build on this site. But the question I want to pose to everyone is, why would you build on prime agriculture land? Why would you build on that? 1,500 acres, and when it's done, up to 3,000 acres of prime agricultural land. Think about it, folks. So I have my different views, but I know this technocratic agenda, they do not support traditional farming, traditional food. They're pushing lab food now, insects, GMO, plant-based food. I don't think they want people eating traditional food. They don't want people eating traditional meat. And this is evidence of that right here. Just look. Only an insane person would build on prime agriculture land. And once it's developed, you can't bring it back. These EV mega plants, battery plants, they're going to have tailing ponds. Who knows what's going to leach into the surrounding environment. These tailing ponds are toxic. Lithium and the other minerals they're using are toxic. Lithium, when it's engaged with water, explodes. These batteries are dangerous for that reason alone. So it is what it is, folks. But, you know, the whole EV, it's being touted by these establishment politicians as sustainable, good for the environment. They are lying to your face. If you do your research, one EV car battery requires about 250 tons of the Earth's crust to be dug up. Not to mention all the water toxins from that process, all the CO2 released, and then you're looking at down at the other end of the spectrum, a lot of those EV batteries and the car, not all of it's recyclable. Think about it, folks. This is anything but environmental. And then the electricity that's going into the EV batteries, what's its source? Could be petroleum, Could be gas, coal even. Think about it. So this is the reality of it, but this is a good snapshot of what's going on, folks, right here. This isn't made up. This is real life on the ground. But you see it right here. Think about it. And I know in Ontario itself, they're losing over 300 acres of agricultural land a day to develop it. That's the world we're heading into. Right here, folks. This is inexcusable. But people are being fed lies. This sustainability and the EV, it's just about money and control. But the EV itself, it's all about automation and self-driving. That's what it's about. That's why they're pushing it. Everything's going to be self-driving, automated, AI run. That's where this is all heading, folks. So, I think you should be very concerned of where all of this is going. And this punctuates it here. The fact that they're sacrificing all this agricultural land for this EV battery plant. And this is only one example of many. This is only a small section right here. This is only a small section of what's going to be. All those trees right here are going to be gone. Right there. There eventually will be all gone. All those trees over there will be gone. Those trees will be gone. Right? They'll be cleared. But please question. There's a lot of misinformation and spin. And they talk about the jobs. That's another thing I should mention briefly here, the jobs. They claim this is going to create 3,000 jobs. We don't know that for sure. There's a lot of people not interested in driving these EVs. And the combustion engine has 2,000 parts. There's all secondary industry, the parts industry, the combustion engine, the garages. The EV only has 20 moving parts. So there's going to be a huge net job loss if everything's going to be EV, electric vehicle. Think about that. So I don't know what they're talking about, but I think this is the bigger technocratic agenda that's going on, folks. And then they kind of pretend that it's good for the environment, right? So it is what it is, folks. This is not good for the environment, what they're doing here, without question. It's highly toxic, highly destructive, and it shows agricultural land does not matter. And why would it matter when they got all the lab food coming and GMO, plant-based food, insects, right? They don't need all this agricultural land. So it is what it is, folks. So please share the message. It's getting quite significant.